Good afternoon. I'm Hunter Dells, Community Engagement and Fundraising Manager at the Harry Edwards Foundation. With our retreat with Rev.Bill on the horizon, we thought a short introduction would be helpful so you can hear a bit about his extraordinary life journey, his work, and a little about what one can expect to take away from this wonderful retreat. So, Rev.Bill, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, I happen to be in the neighborhood. I'm only 7,000 miles away right now, but I assume the world is at our fingertips, right?
It's quite magical. So, Reverend Bill, for those who don't quite know your journey or perhaps haven't read your books, your life story reads like some sort of Hindu legend. It's quite extraordinary. For those who haven't heard, could you just tell us a little bit about where your journey started as a young chap?
Well, it's everybody says their life story is unique and different, and I haven't met anybody that's had my life. I haven't met anybody that wants my life. They want to live my life because there's a price to pay for it as well. But I was born in San Francisco, and California has been my home base, and Hawaii, so I've kind of been a West Coast guy. When I was young, I was sick, so sick that I went to the hospital, and the hospital kind of took me over, and because I had like six diseases, and they gave me like 48 hours to live or something,
Oh,
and I had lung problems and kidney problems and all kinds of stuff, and
and how old were you then?
I was 8.5 years old.
Oh, so tiny.
Yeah, and they strapped me in a little gurney, rolled me into the hospital. Parents said goodbye, and I'm wheeled into a room all by myself for the next 1 year of my life, basically.
Gosh.
So I had a near-death experience that first night, and there was nobody there to comfort. It's like you see in the movies. You go, kid goes to the hospital now, and they got soccer players visit them, and they got clowns, and they got officials, and they treat you great. Well, when I was in the hospital, it was like boom, they threw you in a room, boom, that was it, and no television, no phone, no coloring books, no toys, no conversations, just a year of bed rest. But the near-death experience I had, which I didn't talk about for decades. I mean, what kids, who are you going to share it with? And what I had was, instead of having a life review of the life I've lived, I saw images and visions of things happening to me 50 years in advance. I didn't know it was 50 years in advance until I had my second near-death experience. When it ended, the last scene I saw in this little vision of the future, I went to Babaji's cave in India, and I'm this old guy, and whoa, hey, this is where my visions ended, right? And then I fell off a 30-foot cliff, had a heart attack, died laying on a rock,
Oh,
and had a huge cobra. Well, I say huge. I have no idea, but anytime a wild cobra is, with the hood and everything, is crawling over your feet, that's huge. In my mind, it was huge. But I'm outside my body. I'm looking down. The body's dead, and I'm watching this, and I get excited to see this cobra snake, and it was like clear. It was like getting the paddles on your chest, right?
amazing.
And I woke up, and I started grabbing this cobra, and I was grabbing it like this, meaning my fingers were not touching. It was like this, and the snake was filling in between there. So I don't know how big it was, but that's how fat it was.
That's a big snake.
Thing, yeah. Anyway, so long story short, because we could go on forever. I had a near-death experience there, chased down the cobra, made multiple trips to India, had other cobra experiences, had cobras around my neck and in my shirt and all over me.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just been one. Somebody called me the the combination of Mr. Rogers, which is a TV show guy here for children, and Indiana Jones. It's kind of like I'm like the childlike Indiana Jones because I take everything real soft and easy, and that's the way
Hmm.
I teach. I teach meditation. I teach energy healing, which I'm
Hmm.
going to be doing for Harry Edwards. I've been asked to do this at other places, other foundations, like in Arkansas and other places, and I've always Harry Edwards is special. I went there I visited last year. I did a video last year, and then I visited there, and the energy there, I'm going, this is a match. This energy is matching what I'm doing.
Mm.
Edwards was using a different vocabulary, different terminology, but you know what? It's the same energy healing.
Yeah.
Finding that his people are doing the same energy kind of stuff I'm doing. Techniques vary,
Hmm.
methods vary. How you do it, all this is just variables of the same energy, and that's what I'm going to be dealing with when I go there. Hopefully, people that are healers, that'd be
Hmm.
my main audience, people that want to do this work or they want to improve or add a tool to their spiritual healing tool chest. I want
Yeah.
to give tools to work with. And I tell people, steal from me, take what works. What doesn't work, don't use, right?
We'll borrow.
Yeah, because nobody has a copyright monopoly on the truth
On energy, yeah.
or energy. It's I teach people it's all one. They say, what do you believe in? What do you teach? I said, just one. One what? I go, no, that's it. There's only one. What do you
Hmm.
mean one? No, there's no other place outside of you. There's just here. There's no tomorrow, yesterday. It's just now. Well, what do you mean? Well, I mean that. So when I come, and I hope those people that are there for the whole weekend and the people that come Friday, because the people that come for the whole
Hmm.
enchilada, as they say here in America, you know, for the whole enchilada, right? The people that are going to be there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I want to spend a little extra time with them, give them a little extra something special.
Yeah, it's going to be a really immersive experience for those people.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the full residential experience, we only have two spaces left, so it's been so popular. But if even if you don't manage to get one of those, the workshops on day 1 and 2 sound like they're going to be extraordinary. And I did remember you saying that although it is aimed at healers or aspiring healers, it can also be very helpful the day one for people who very much want to learn how to heal themselves.
that's the
Um,
crux of it. People coming, they'll have their own things, right? Everybody wants to get well, you know. But I'm teaching people, you know what? It's in your hands. Literally, it's in your hands. We are naturally born to heal ourselves. Just as we create our illnesses, we create our injuries through our thoughts, patterns, or negative energies, whatever it is, previous lifetimes, karma, cult, whatever you wish. We create the bodies and the illnesses that we have. And if we've created them, we can recreate,
mm,
change, evolve, and cure. But it's the individual person. That's why I go around the world. Before I get there, I'll be in Vienna and I'll be in Prague and then I'm going to Scotland afterwards. But it's like wherever I go in the world, I advertise this as self-healing. And I found out that because I used interpreters in Germany and different places. And I found it one day, I go, you know what? It doesn't matter what I say. It's the energy, what my words are. So I told the
mm,
interpreter, I said, tell the people I'm not getting, don't interpret anymore the last half hour. Don't interpret. I said, I don't care what they understand. I wanted them to feel what I'm saying
mm.
and had the same results. I've had guys come in going blind. The doctor tells them they go blind any minute. They got like weeks left of vision. Boom, they leave. They got perfect vision. I've had people come in. They couldn't move their arm for 10 years. They had an accident. This lady, she couldn't move her arm just a couple inches off her waist. And the next day I see her. She comes to my next workshop and she goes, hey, hey. Everybody knew her, right? She's waving her hand. Another guy
Amazing.
Another guy couldn't barely walk. He had a cane and he was taking tons of pain pills. And next day he's walking. He doesn't bring his crutch in. He stopped taking his pain pills. Uh, we've had people come out of comas. People have told me for years, Rev.Bill, it's a placebo. They believe you. They love you. Whatever you tell them is going to happen. And I said, well, yeah, okay, maybe.
Mhm.
We had incidences that happened in Germany and in California where people that weren't there, like this in Germany, this lady, she comes in crying. She's on the third day, which I'm saying when you're doing a retreat where you're immersed with the energy, it's
Mm.
so much easier to work with people day to day. You
Yeah.
go for a 2 hour shot, 3 hour workshop. Yeah, you get something. But when you spread over days, and if you're living there in a facility, even more so because you're never escaping that energy, you know. Plus, with
Mm.
Harry Edwards' energy, it's perfect cocoon, what's the word? Spiritual cocoon. It's like,
Mm.
we're all growing in there. So anyway, so this lady comes in crying on the third day, speaking German. I don't understand her. Interpreter says, well, she tried to talk to her sister, older sister that morning, and her older sister has stage 4 cancer of the bone or something. Very
Oh gosh.
painful.
Mm.
And she was so much in pain that she couldn't carry on a conversation. That she was crying, crying, crying in pain. And so she come in, she was really sad. She says, yeah, my sister's really in pain. And I said, well, we've been together 2 days, right? This 2 days in the morning. I said, we got energy right here in the group. Because I never want to say it's me. It's always the group. It's the greater me. It's the greater us. In my world, there's only us. There's nothing outside of us. So when I
Mm.
get a group that's been working together for 3 days, 3 days, 2 days for sure, 3 days even better. When I get them together and then I have them send their energy, I teach them how to send energy, and I have them visualize and send healing. Lunchtime came. She comes back after the lunch, this lady. She talked to her sister. Her sister was perfectly calm, totally out of pain, no tears. At the exact same time that the group sent her that, even though she wasn't told that we were going to pray for her, she wasn't told we were sending healing.
Gosh.
Was that a placebo? Yeah. So in Southern California, it's Santa Anita in Southern California. I'm in this church, I'm doing a thing, and the minister goes, Rev.Bill, can you do a remote? I said, there's no remote, there's only here. And this lady couldn't make it. She's been in a coma for 3 weeks.
Mm.
They debating they're going to pull the plug. I mean, she's got damaged 3 weeks, unconscious, stroke. And I said, we're going to do the same thing. And this was just a group that were together 3 hours. And I said, the whole group send the energy. Next day, when I'm home, I get a call from the minister. Oh, this lady, she woke up that afternoon after the prayer from the coma 3 weeks, and she's eating the next day, feeding herself. Now, if you know anybody that's had a stroke,
Yeah,
you got to learn to eat, you got to
yeah,
learn to
that's
walk.
unheard of.
No, especially 3 weeks totally out.
Mm.
Next day she's functioning. So
Incredible.
we've had many, many cases of like things. And then
Mm.
we had some lighthearted stuff. Like I had this lady, she's wearing her glasses, right? And when I do my healing, I'm touching. I go, take your glasses off. I told her 3 times. Takes her glasses off. And in her mind, she's thinking, oh, he's healing my eyes. Anyway, so I go back. That was in Texas. So I go back to Texas a month later. And a couple of people in the group go, Mrs. So and so, that you told her to take her glasses off. I said, yeah. She says she hasn't put them back on. She's been wearing glasses since she's been a child through school and everything else, her whole life wearing glasses, and now she doesn't need them.
Oh, that's incredible.
So that's a case of self-healing.
Yeah.
I let the universe direct energy wherever it wants to go.
Mm.
But the people coming to this, I'm going to teach them. I'm going to give them some healing hacks where they can heal migraines, eye problems, headaches, sinus problems, things on the head.
Mm.
I'm going to teach them how to self-love, where I'm using a technique that's actually been studied. I come up with the technique and then I actually run across something on a video and I'm going, wait a minute, somebody's done a scientific experiment on that. Like they found that when somebody's getting a hug from their mother or their wife or somebody that loves them, and they put them into a scanner for the brain, it shows lit up areas in the brain
Mm.
are lit up before. So the hug is doing great things for the brain.
Mm.
They found that for lonely people all by themselves, if they take their hand on the heart and just hold themselves and just breathe and focus on just loving themselves, they put them under the scanner and it shows exactly the same as the person that was hugged by their mother.
Oh, it's amazing. Mm.
Self. So there's power in self-love, not egotistical, I am, whatever. I'm talking
Mm.
about self-love. And
Mm.
when I say self, what I talk about is not separation from the one source. When I say self, self is also the source. So God and you are one. The
Mm.
healing energy in you are one. You can take any church belief you want. I don't change anybody's beliefs. Whatever works. If they want Jesus to heal them, that's great. If you want Buddha to heal you, great. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, all the source is the same.
Hmm.
Divine energy, which I call love. You
Yeah.
can fight, you can call it this, you can call it everything in creation was made in God's image. That's the Bible, right? Well, to me, God is love. So
Mm.
therefore, everything in creation is made from the embrace of
Hmm.
love.
Hmm.
So we're going to teach people are going to go, what's this
Bit
got to do
about
with,
that.
because I'm
Because
going
you
to,
had that wonderful story when you were a very young boy and your dog got run over completely flat.
yeah,
And
yeah,
when
kind
you
of
were
a night.
hugging it and holding it,
Yep.
you channeled this lovely feeling you'd experienced before, which you now know was channeling healing energy. And you combined it with that love you had for the dog, and you said it was like a magnifying glass, and it healed this dog incredibly, instantaneously.
Yeah, I use the same thing for my daughter. I was on a trip to Washington, D.C. for the government. She was home, college. She goes up to what's Squaw Valley, which is now called, it's not proper to say Squaw Valley because derogatory term to the Native Americans. So now it's called Paradise Valley, I think. Anyway, but it was the old 1960s Olympic runs, where they had the Winter Olympics there. And her and her college friends, it's nighttime, there's no lights on the slopes. They're skiing, that was short skis down on the downhill race thing.
Oh God.
She blows a knee out and there's a snowstorm and she's up there and it's swelled up and anyway she finally gets to the doctor after she's captive up in Lake Tahoe for several days and they go, well, when the swelling goes down we got to operate because they got the x-rays showing it's blown out. It's all kinds of pieces of the bone of the knee. It's really terrible.
Oh God.
She calls me up. She says, Dad, Kaiser Hospital, they want to do a surgery when the swelling goes down. Uh, because the knee is all broken up. And I said, no, there's nothing wrong with the knee. She goes, Dad, I seen the x-rays. I'm in pain. I got a soft cast on my, she's got one of these soft casts on her whole foot,
Mm.
right? She's got crutches. And I said, no. See, in my mind, I see it's healed. And she goes, Dad, and she's been hanging around me her whole life, right? She's about 20 years old. And I said, no, no surgery. I'll be home in a couple weeks. Dad. So I get home. I take her to my meditation room. I lay her down. I I gave her actually you can see a picture off to the side here. That anyway, I can't get my hands functioning right. There's the Yogananda picture there.
Oh yes, yeah.
Wow, in front of it there. And I had her hold that. And then I did just like I did with the dog. I visualized love and I channeled energy at the same time, but with love being the main focus. And I got on her knee and I just about 3 minutes, it was like welding her knee together. And when I got done, I said, take a cast off, throw it over there. I said, take the crutches, throw them over there. Now get up and get out of here. Had she hesitated, it wouldn't have worked.
Mm.
She listened to me. Oh, okay, great. And she walked out, right? End of story. So she goes to the doctor a couple days later, walks in, no crutches, no cast. He's a surgeon. He's there for a pre-surgery meeting. He goes, what are you here for? She goes, well, you told me I needed surgery. He says, looks at it. He looks at the thing. He says, well, according to this x-ray you do, but you're walking. And she goes, he told him what I did. And he goes, we're a hospital. We're science. We don't believe in miracles and all that stuff. Your dad didn't do anything. It must have, on its own, the swelling went down. There was nothing wrong. Even though the x-ray,
Magic.
right? So she goes back. She goes, Dad, you didn't do anything. That was natural healing. I said, okay, fine. So 2 hours later, she falls down 2-story stairs in her house, blown out worse than it was the first time. Same knee, blown out,
Mm.
screaming in pain. I said, come on, lay her down. We'll do the same thing again, except this time for object lesson, I go, it's going to be 95% healed. You're going to feel just a little tightness in that knee for 6 months, and then it'll be all good. She got up, she walked, it was doable, but it was like just a little tight in the knee. There's like something there, right? 6 months later, it was all good.
Mm.
So that was an object lesson for her. I didn't make her fall. That just happened,
No, no.
but it was a good opportunity for learning. So what happens is people will come to these events, like they're going to come to Harry Edwards. If you believe in miracles at the level that you believe, they will happen. There's not a question.
Mm.
I've seen it. Every single event I've had has had miracles.
Hmm.
If not at the moment, because a lot of people, they just can't visualize instantaneous healing. They just,
Mm.
but they can visualize, well, in 3, 4 days or 30 days, or it's going to get better every day. That
Hmm.
they can visualize. So I try to pick up on that on people's faith and their own belief. And so sometimes I'm working on somebody and I'll tell them 30 days this will be good. Sometimes I'll just say, drink, so many glasses of water, every day and say this affirmation. I don't need it. They need it. They need to know, well, take this rock from because I carry little rocks from the Ganges River. I usually have them in my pocket. I give them a little pebble. I go, this is from the Ganges. The whole bunch of gurus walked over these rocks. Take that, put it and hold it every day, and just I'm feeling better every day, and whatever it takes. So those people, they believe in miracles, but only if they got something to touch, feel, drink, burn incense, pray, meditate.
Yeah.
A follow-up. In truth, the greatest healing power is not in the hands, although that's great. It's the eyes.
Mm.
True person that's into energy healing, if they just look at you, if you're receptive, that's all it takes.
Mm.
So if somebody's coming to you, like they're coming to me, and they go, "Well, are you gonna take care of this? Are we gonna?" I said, "You answered your own question already. You already have doubts."
Mm.
And then there's to get back to healing yourself. I had this guy come to a workshop from Seattle, Washington. He drove 4 hours down to Portland, Oregon, and he shows up and he's got stage 4 cancer. This was just 2 or 3 months ago. And he says, "Yeah, I had to come here, blah, blah, blah." He really believed in what I was doing. All right. He had stage 4 incurable cancer, terminal. He leaves there. He goes, gets tests done. 3, 4 days later, he's got nothing. But here's the deal. And then he posts online. He says, "Yeah, I went to this other healer 6 weeks before, and I knew that person took care of it, but he was still getting treatments and he was still sick." And so I was like an insurance policy, I guess. So I said, "Well," and so he gives credit to that person. And I go, "Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's you.
Yeah.
But if you really believe that other person healed you, why'd you come to me?"
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, but ultimately, it wasn't me and it wasn't the other healer. It's him. It's
Mm.
and so that's people that do healing energy work. They get labeled wrongly as healers.
Yeah.
People don't know how to label that. Well, this person does stuff that leads to healing, therefore they're healers. And I'm going, no, that's not it.
Mm.
It's all self-healing.
Yeah.
Some people have the power and the ability
Mm.
to help raise your frequency level,
Mm.
make you more receptive,
Mm.
and giving you the power to heal yourself.
Yeah.
It's like if I go to a restaurant and I get this great meal and I'm just a waiter and they go, "Oh, thank you for it. I didn't cook it. I'm not a farmer. I didn't raise it. I just brought it to you," right? So it's the same thing with the healing. I'm not the source. I'm this pipe.
Mm.
Source ran its energy through to get to you.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when you connect with that energy, you're connecting with the source and the
Mm.
greater us. So when people come to my events, I'm telling people, don't thank me. Don't blame me either. If nothing happens, don't blame me. If it's something happens,
Can't have
don't
it both
credit.
ways.
It goes both ways, right? Don't credit me. And so um, the group that's going to come there, and here's one thing I'll throw to you for the teaser for those people. The people that are going to come, we already know who they are. On my third near-death experience, and I had this great vision of, I had this vision to tell me why I had to come back because it was like I was having open heart surgery and I didn't want to come back. And I was showing all these faces of all these people. This was in 2011. I'm talking about from all around the world, men, women, old, young, and even some dogs, a few cats, a couple birds, a squirrel. I mean, okay, all these beings you don't owe anything to, I was told. No obligation, no karma. But if you're not here, they will miss whatever spiritual, mental, physical healing or inspirational message they were supposed to get.
Oh gosh.
You got to come back for these people, even though
Mhm.
no connection with you. So, anyway, long story short, every workshop I do, people wonder why I always stop at the beginning. I'm always looking at people. I've seen the people. They're
Have you
coming.
seen all of them?
No, I still got thousands to go,
Oh, goody, goody.
but I've seen several thousand,
Pretty amazing.
and I recognize them. I'm going, and so I talk to them. Well, I heard about this last minute, so my friend was going, so I tagged along. Well, no, in 2011, it was already predicted that you would be here. So those people coming to Harry Edwards, whether they know it or not, there's a force out there that will
Mhm.
bring them there, no matter
Yeah.
how few or how many.
Hmm.
It's their destiny, it's their gift, it's their grace.
Hmm.
So it's given to them this opportunity. So
Yeah.
I've only been to England 3 times, so it's not like I'm there every day. Take advantage of this. If you're anywhere, either side of the English Channel, coming from France,
Make
Portugal, I
it
don't,
over.
yeah, come.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm going to teach them the what I call the art of self-healing, how to
Hmm.
take care of themselves. And with that tool, they can also heal their own pets. They can also heal their own children if they have enough, because it's all about love, right? And those people that are in the healing profession or the healing arts already, this will weaponize them with greater tools and maybe an appreciation, understanding for what they already have
Hmm.
and the workings of it. Because
Yeah.
all healing techniques work. It's the power and the energy and the frequency of what if we don't want to call them healers, this conduit of love,
Mm.
because you can wave your hands, touch people all you want, but if there's no frequency, there's no juice, there's no power in there, you're just waving your hands and everybody goes, oh, great, I'm a healer. No, it's not a
Yeah.
technique. Well, if you do this and do that, it's going to heal somebody. It's never that,
No.
because the true healer is coming to me. You just got to listen to me, and I'm telling them it's just the eyes. That's all I really got to do. Or if you want to wave your hands over, whatever it takes. If you want to touch them, I touch people because I get a 99% buy-in.
Mm.
They feel they need to be touched.
Mm.
In reality, people watching my YouTube videos, because I get hundreds of messages a year, watching my videos get healed.
Yeah.
Watching my videos, pain goes away.
Hmm.
And then I tell people, it's not about physical healing so much. When you come to one of my events, if the physical healing happens, that's a side effect.
Hmm.
I'm really there for the spiritual healing,
Hmm.
because the essence of all disease and all injury is spiritual disease. It's your thinking is wrong. You're separated from the source, and the greater distance that you're separated from that source,
Hmm.
the greater chance of falling ill the body.
Hmm.
And if somebody comes in, they're like, I'm going to be 80 my next birthday, right? So some 80-year-old guy comes in with all kinds of problems, and we take care of his physical body. Well, you know what? He's still going to die when he's supposed to die, and his body's going to find another excuse. You fix that, but something else is going to happen. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't want to be a downer and
Well,
people
it's reality, isn't
believe they're never going to die. I mean, the only guy that probably didn't die was Elvis, but the rest of us are.
it?
So
And what an amazing place to host the retreat. I mean, the energy here, as you say, is extraordinary. The landscape, the views,
I took a
the
walk
energy.
around. I took a walk around with my friend Mark, who you met, and believe it or not, at the entrance coming up the driveway to the place, he's got a cousin or somebody lives in that rental
In the
place
gatehouse, yes.
on the property. I go, what the odds on that? He's going, oh, this is where you going? Oh, there's so well, so
Oh, it's
soon
such
as soon as, soon
synchronicity.
as you get on the grounds there, there's a tingly grounding energy that just
Mhm. It's
it's good.
interesting. We had a healer come to do a retreat this weekend, and she, after spending 3 days, he goes, "This is insane." She goes, "I haven't felt energy like it. It's more powerful, in her words, than Lord's." And we're like, "That's
I
such a grounding spiritual energy." And
no, I
think that's
agree. So because for a couple of reasons. One, the foundation is not a profit-driven thing. It's not like we're here to
no,
rake in the money.
mhm.
So it's never been a business thing.
No, we're
It's always
definitely a
been,
charity.
it's always been a spiritual gift. You know, if you can pay, great. If you can't pay, great. If you can donate a little, great. Whatever. There's no shake people down.
No.
And so it's pure.
Mm.
And Harry Edwards recognized a lot of things that because I teach people, you know, this is one way, but a doctor is another way. If you got a broken leg and a bone is sitting out there, go to a freaking doctor. I mean, this is kind of like, it's a no-brainer. Well, we're gonna do a faith healing. No, come on. You got doctors, they got to make money too. Come on. So
Mm.
doctors is just another tool. Acupuncture is another tool. Chiropractor, they're all tools of healing. They're
Mm.
channeling energy. But the bottom line is no matter which source that you go to, it's always the self that heals.
Mhm.
Bone back together, the doctor doesn't make it heal and grow back together.
That's very true.
You did the scab, you did the bending. So anyway,
Mm.
so I'm looking forward to being there with people. We're
We're looking
totally
forward to having you. And
we're
could I just say to people who may not realize that Reverend Bill is not taking any payment for this. He will accept donations if you feel free to give one. All proceeds for tickets go to the Harry Edwards Foundation charity, which, as Reverend Bill just said, allows people to come here and receive spiritual healing, whether they can afford anything at all. And we aim to continue that for the next 100 years with very kind guest speakers such as Bill. That really couldn't happen. So really, thank you so much. And I'm sure people will put some pennies in your pocket as a huge thank you for coming all this way.
the thing is, those people that are destined to be there, and I felt that when I was there last year, because I felt the energy of those faces I saw. And I'm going, I got to be here.
Mm,
And it's strange how it worked out. The timing is such, but I knew I had to be there. And at the time, you kept changing persons in charge and everything. And yeah, this
mhm.
felt it. And I thought, okay. And then all of a sudden, boom, everything falls in place.
Well, as
And
you said in Warrior, there are no coincidences.
no. Well, I thank you, Mr. Hunter. And
Quite all right. Well, thank you so much. And just to let people who watch us know, we only have 2 residential spaces left, but enough to go around for the day retreats or the 2 day workshop. So please do click on the link to this video. And Reverend Bill, thank you so much. I can't wait to meet you in person.
and people that want to ask personal questions and stuff, I hope you have a box for people can write down questions and stuff, and I will handle those. And if
Lovely.
people
We'll
want
add
private,
that to the
if people want private time, short blocks of private time, uh, you know, I'm there for that as well. I'm there for the whole time.
lovely. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you on the 10th.
All right. God bless.
Okay, take
See you
care.
there.